everybody, I hope you're ready. Thanks for being patient with us. We're nearly set to go as we introduce our fighters for the 8-man tournament. Sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. And standing right beside me, we have Mr. Barry Colson, our supervisor in charge of the tournament weigh-ins. Are you ready? Oh yeah! That's all I can hear. Ladies and gentlemen, before we do that, we just gotta say this. We find it an absolute pleasure and a privilege to be here in Liverpool, that is home to some of the most exciting and some of the world's famous and elite boxers in British boxing history. For example, Tony Bellew, the WBC former World Cruiserweight Champion, and John Conte, also for the WBC former Light Heavyweight Champion. And of course, our recent signing to the BOXXER promotion, we're proud to have her with us, in the BOXXER promotion, Natasha Jonas, who is the #1 contender for the WBO and IBO super featherweight title. We're among some of the elites and we're proud to have them. Let's get this weigh-ins on the way. We begin with the first quarterfinals as we introduce. Welcome to the weighing scales, Nathan Bennett.
Yes, sir. Just going to take this opportunity to remind everybody that tomorrow
his record stands at 9-2 in 2017.
So in a different way, it's experienced specifically won't miss a thing. It's available to all users, even without Sky Sports subscription. Visit the boxing section of the Sky Sports app to find out more. Here's Nathan Bennett on the scales.
Nathan Bennett weighed in officially at 10 stone and 2 pounds.
10 stone 2, that is the limit for this tournament. So Nathan Bennett, all smiles with his trainer Steve Harkin. Bang on the limit, Adam.
Yeah, bang on, looking good, Nathan Bennett, as he always does. Fit, raring to go. He was extremely fired up yesterday. And let's see what happens
the first quarterfinals
when Sugar Kane comes up here.
Sugar Kane Garnet.
Kane Garnet from Benfield, 11-1. I should say Kane was actually the first name out of the hat. Nathan was the second. So let's see.
Kane Garnet, 11-1. His record stands with 6 of those wins by knockout. Debuted also in 2017 and fights out of Manchester.
3 times these two were scheduled to meet, but finally they meet in quarter-final number 1. Kane actually said to Nathan, "No more running, mate. I'm here now." And Nathan counts by saying, "I'm delighted to have got him in the draw." So let's just hear this weight announced.
I'm sure you see the big smile here of Kane Garnet, who possesses a fair bit of power. And maybe that might be his biggest weapon in the hand.
13 ounces.
Also inside that 10 stone 2 limit. So we have quarter-final number 1 safely on the table. They are ready to go now. They have weighed in just under the limit. And you can see that the fighters will go head-to-head with their designated colours. Everybody has been designated a colour. So Kane Garnet will be wearing the orange shorts and Nathan Bennett will be wearing the yellow shorts. So this was a feisty head-to-head yesterday because of the backstory. So let's see what happens when they bring them face-to-face now. And hopefully after that we'll grab a very brief word with the pair.
And I heard they all got on at the promo day. That went out the window yesterday when the draw happened. Let's find out here.
Nathan Bennett versus Sugar Kane Garnet.
Here we go, straight in his face.
That is a great head-to-head. Apologies if there was any language picked up in the background there, but you can understand that emotions are running high.
For the official weigh-ins, the second of our quarterfinals. Please welcome to the official scales, Benfield.
what do they say? The old cliche, records are for DJs. And if you look at Benfield's record on paper, 10, 10 and 2, you probably wouldn't fear getting him in the draw. But actually, in reality, with notice, he's a very dangerous operator over 3 rounds.
He is, and he could be made for this tournament. He's got no fear. He's had the well-documented story of his return from a very, very dark place in his life, and he has found boxing, and he's found a good, steady career. He doesn't win all the time, but this tournament might just suit him. He's bang up for it, and he's had notice, Andy, and I think that's key.
10 stone 2 or under we're looking for here.
And Benfield's weighted at 10 stone, 1 pound and 7 ounces.
Easy, well under.
Yeah, nicely tucked in inside the 10-2 limit, these super lightweights. And Ben has got aggression, he's got a come forward style, and he's putting the Pink Panther shorts on. I remember Jim Rock used to wear a colour like that.
And a good reception for Tom Farrell. That's no surprise, the Liverpudlian.
Tom Farrell from Liverpool.
Yep, he's from
High in 2014. 18 victories to his credit. 5 of those by KO. Fights out of Liverpool, England.
Yep, from Huyton, Tom Farrell, Fazza, big Evertonian. He's a dad. Most of these guys are fathers, and they're all saying that they want to put the cash prize, the money, towards family holidays and towards their kids. It's great to hear. And there's a lot of pride with Tom as well. He hasn't had the career that people expected. He was a very, very good amateur, well accomplished. Just needs some sort of breakthrough, and he needs it now, really, Andy.
But he has been match tough, never strayed away from a fight.
And Tom Farrell weighs in at 10 stone, 2 pounds.
Bang on the limit. One thing he did say yesterday was, it's straight into the fire, isn't it? He's a tough lad, he's really good, and he brings it, but I'm prepared and ready for it. I don't know if he would have been overly bothered about drawing Benfields, because if you're going to win, you're going to have to fight whoever comes out of the hat. But I don't think he would have picked Benfields necessarily.
I like Fazza's attitude. He's an honest pro. He's a very solid pro. He knows what he's up against. He's also wearing the red colours, the mad blue, which is interesting. Psychological, possibly. I'm sure he wouldn't have chosen the red, but it is a good fight, this. Benfields and Tom Farrell. And there's respect here between the two. It's not, I think, there's not the needle of the first one or the one to come.
Let's not jinx it. They are shaking hands, which is a relief. I thought you had done a commentator's curse there. Okay, I'll just let Tom put his t-shirt back on and I'll join him on stage.
Doors open at 6:30 p.m. sharp. We're now ready for the third quarterfinals in the official weigh-in series sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Please welcome to the scales, Levi Kieran.
Here comes Levi. I don't think we're expecting any problems with the weight here. Yesterday he looked absolutely ripped and ready. I think he's actually more of a lightweight. Coming up to super lightweight, it's not an issue at all.
Yeah, he was actually shouting light work, wasn't he, at the head-to-head? And I was wondering whether at the beginning it was lightweight, whether it was a sort of a tease a little bit that he's more naturally suited at this weight. But
officially weighed in at 10 stone, 2 pounds.
I think he feels Appleyard is light work, having boasted about the sparring sessions, which we talked about earlier. But I think this is possibly the best quarter-final fight.
And now, we introduce his opponent to the scales, the Appleyard.
I think if you've watched any boxing on Sky Sports over the past 6-7 years, you will have come across Lee Appleyard at some point. He really is a servant to the game. You know that he's coming in shape, he's coming with ambition, and he's coming with quality. And actually, he's a very dangerous man in this format.
Steffi Bull's got a fantastic stable, and he works his fighters very hard. We know Terry Harper and all the success that she's had, back in action next week. And for Steffi, it's all about this weekend. And Lee Appleyard, a great domestic fighter.
Stone, 1 pound and 12 ounces.
Okay, so that's 3 from 3 quarter-final wise. All 6 boxers so far have made the weight inside the 10 stone 2 limit. So what have we got? The green for Lee Appleyard and the blue for Kinciona.
Lime green, Andy, I think.
The BOXXER Series 8-man super lightweight division tournament live tomorrow night in the M&S Bank Arena here in Liverpool.
Just another reminder that tomorrow you can watch our boxing in a different way with vertical viewing, and it's experience designed specifically for your mobile, so whether you're out and about or relaxing at home, you won't miss a thing. It's available to all users, even without a Sky Sports subscription. Visit the boxing section of the Sky Sports app to find out more. It's a really cool tool. Check it out.
We predicted respect between the last pair, and we did get that in the end. Not sure here, Andy. We could have some real spice when these two look at each other.
Introducing our third quarterfinals, Levi Lee from OTB Kinciona takes on Lee Appleyard.
Here we go. Only they know the truth of how they felt in those sparring sessions and how many rounds they actually did. Oh, here we go.
Good job. No, perhaps not. Just further apology if you did pick up any bad language on the stream. Obviously, emotions are running high, as you can see. You don't need me to tell you that. That one is going to spark.
Levi's laughing it off, but
yeah.
You know, he's very wound up the Appleyard, and I think whether he feels disrespected or whatever.
Scales, Corey Gibbs.
If I had £1 for everybody that says that Corey Gibbs is really good, I'd be about 20 quid richer. But that's not to say that they're wrong. Everybody that you speak to has got a story about Corey Gibbs.
Yeah, he's the favourite, and rightly so. Unbeaten, very good amateur, stylish, slick. And it's his birthday today. Happy 28th to Corey Gibbs. At the bottom half of the draw, not sure that suits him. And he fights the biggest name in Sean Dodd in the first fight for him, the final quarter-final. But I like the look of him, and he could be a star, Andy.
He comes from a gym that knows how to win short-form tournaments. John Pegg and Paul Hounahan, they have got a record of winners in this tournament. That must give him some confidence.
Absolutely, and they're really, really confident. I think in all the interviews I've seen beforehand, he's the one that's absolutely convinced he wins this. But here's the popular man, Sean Dodd, that everybody in boxing has got time for. He's absolutely fabulous, and he can't be underestimated because of that experience, Andy.
Let's be honest, if you've seen those clips on iFilm London or from the BOXXER content capture day on our channels, you will know that he has had a real rough time throughout the pandemic. It's great to see Masha back smiling, regardless of what happens in this tournament.
Absolutely, it's about life, and he has pulled himself back from the brink again. He's a fabulous personality. He's a great addition to the boxing scene, and it's always a pleasure to see Sean. He is aging now. He hasn't fought in a couple of years. He believes he's in the best shape of his life. He's found different ways to get to that position mentally and physically. And look, you know, if Corey Gibbs is the favourite, he's certainly the favourite to fans, and he's the one that's known Sean Dodd, and it'll be interesting to see what he brings to the tournament. And if he gets past Corey Gibbs, he'll be very, very dangerous throughout. But it's a big if. I think it's a tough fight for Sean, this. A tough draw.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen,
in terms of experience, they're a mile apart.
In 8-man series, introducing Corey Gibbs as he takes on Sean.
What on earth do you say to that? How do you describe that?
You just got to love him, haven't you? He's even his opponent who's probably thought something was going to happen, but not.
We all would have had a heart attack if he dropped him off stage. Let's be honest. But
he's trying to keep a straight face. He's one of the good guys in boxing, and he knows that boxing has helped him so much. Just like Benfield's great story of Sean comes through, but it is a fight. And there is respect.
Great to see. And a great reception for Masha Dodd as well. So the way we'll play this, we'll go up on stage, we'll talk to Corey, then we'll get Masha and Lee Appleyard.